Hey guys, this is June the 2nd, 2025, and I'm in my woods. I want to give you guys a quick update on my burning mouth and my time in the woods here. My mouth is almost healed. I've almost got my mouth healed up. There's still a little bit of rawness and tenderness when I eat, but that scalding sensation that was in my mouth and all that burning and stuff, that was so bad that I could listen. It was so bad, folks. I literally lost weight from not being able to eat. I mean, I would skip meals on purpose just because I didn't want to go through the pain of having to eat, because my mouth was just, inside my mouth was scalded. There were blisters in my mouth and my lips. My lips are looking pretty good right now. My lips had blisters on them, and they inside, right, and then inside around the bottom of my lips on the inside was blistered. It was, listen, I would not wish this burning mouth. I would not wish this on my worst enemy. That is how bad it is. And they were literally, I could lay in the bed and I could feel the heat. I could feel my face and my mouth burning. I could feel them beaming my face and my mouth while I was laying in the bed. Every single day, all day. I mean, if I'm laying in the bed, if I'm kind of laying around all day, they'll hit me all day, and all night. That's why I had to get out of my house. So I'm just letting you guys, giving you an update. I had to get out of my house. I had to get to the woods, because I knew if I didn't, they were going to keep burning my face and my mouth, and it was going to get to be a severe, it was going to get to where it was going to be like, no coming back from it, like there was going to be some serious damage if I didn't do something to stop it. I knew, okay, and for those of you who may have a burning mouth and don't know what's causing it, a lot of people don't know what's causing it. And they run off to their doctors, and because they don't know what's, listen, knowing what's causing your sickness is a big part of healing it and stopping it, okay? I knew from the beginning, I knew from the get-go that it was the energy weapons. I knew, okay? Even though I stopped taking all my supplements that I was taking just to be sure that it wasn't anything I was taking, I stopped all of that until it healed up. But I knew it was the energy weapons, because I could feel them hitting my face. I could feel the burning on my face when they hit me, okay? So, for all you people out there who might be watching this and have the burning mouth, and you haven't been able to figure out what's causing it, it's the energy weapons. It's the directed energy weapons, okay, that your government is using against you. As a matter of fact, all of your sickness, all of your disease, all the pain in your body, everything that you're going through, it's all being done with the directed energy weapons. A lot of people don't believe that, but that's true. That's true. The weapons are doing all this, and they've been doing it for our entire lives, and we've just been in the dark. We have not been aware until now, because everything's being exposed now, so everything's coming out. Let's see if I can get a close-up of this spider web right here. I'm trying to capture all of the wildlife while I'm out here. Just to kind of get an idea of everything that I come across in the day. Anyway, yeah. And people ask me, well, didn't you go to the doctor? No, I didn't go to the doctor. You didn't go to the doctor? No, I didn't go to the doctor. Why would I go to the doctor? The doctors are not going to tell me the truth. Even if they know, which they do, they know. The doctors have known about these weapons for our entire lives. But do they tell you that? When you go to them with some kind of sickness or some kind of pain in your body, do they tell you that you're being hit with an energy weapon? No, because it's a cover-up. And they're part of the cover-up. And if you find out just like in that video I made, if you find out, I made a video called, if you find out, it's over for them. So they don't want you to find out that it's the energy weapons that's causing all your sickness and disease, because if you find that out and you start taking steps to protect yourself from these weapons, then you're not going to need them anymore. You're not going to need to go to the doctors, because there's nothing they can do for you, not if you're being hit with energy weapons. You got to figure out how to protect yourself from these attacks. So, no, I didn't go to the doctor. I don't go to the doctor, you know. I never go to the doctor anymore. I haven't been to the doctor in years. Now listen, okay. If I fell and broke a hip, yes, I would have to go to the doctor because I have a broken hip, right? Yeah, something would have to be done with that. Or if I had a stroke, I'd have to go to the hospital. And I know these things, okay? I don't want to go, but I know there's certain circumstances where you have to go. There's nothing else you can do, okay? But I'm trying to prevent all those things from happening. I don't want to have to go to the doctors or to the hospitals. So, unless I have to, unless it's an emergency, like something like what I just said, I don't go. Because most of the time I can pinpoint exactly what's going on. And it always leads right back to these energy weapons. So, that's all I'm going to say on that. Whatever your pain is, whatever your sickness is, it's energy weapons causing it. But anyway, my burning mouth was so bad, it got so bad, and it healed up. It started healing up, you know, because I was using all kind of medicine and stuff on it. It started healing up, but then when it almost got healed, they started hitting me again, and it came back, and this time it came back like stronger, full force. And so I had to do something. I knew I had to do something. So that's when, I think I just ran into this spider web. Anyway, that's when I decided that I was going to get out in the woods. So I have not moved out here permanently. I come out here every day. I come out here every day to get away from my house, to get away from the electricity, because it's the electricity. They use the electricity. They use your electricity to power their energy weapons that they hit you with. Okay. So I come down here to get away from the electricity, because I can't really turn it off during the day. I need my refrigerator, I need my phone charge, you know, there's stuff I need during the day. But at night, I turn my power off at night. I said, there's nothing I can do about it during the day. I have to have certain things. I have to have my power during the day, or at least right now I do, until I find another way to power things. I have to have my power during the day. But at nighttime, no. I am not going to let them use my electricity to hit me with those energy weapons all night long. So I turn my power off at night before I come down here to the shed. This is where I've been sleeping. Now, staying down here in the woods has had such an impact on me, on my health for one thing, because my mouth is healed up. Even though I'm going to tell y'all what I've been doing, but the biggest thing, the biggest part was getting out of the house and getting into the woods, staying in the woods as much as I can. So I've been coming down here, and I've been, I'll show y'all my bed. I got a bed down here. I'll come down here and I'll lay down in the bed and meditate, and sometimes I'll walk over to my favorite tree and I'll sit down and I'll start aligning my energy with the trees and with nature, and try to connect with nature as best I can, because that's part of us, okay? It's all part of us. So, and yeah, and I'm always looking for things in the woods. I'm always looking for animals, or something's biting me. Hold on. I'm always looking for animals that might show up, or anything, insects. There is a little fox that's been showing up in my yard, so I know he's hanging out down here in the woods somewhere, and if I could get him, If I could catch a video of him, because he is so pretty. But I haven't seen him the last few days, so I may have spooked him. But anyway, so yeah, let me tell you what. Okay, let me tell y'all what else I did to heal my burning mouth. I moved out of my bedroom. I'm not sleeping in my bedroom at night. I'm sleeping down here. Now, the only time I might stay up there is when it's storming, the weather's bad, or might have tornadoes out or something, you know, and it's raining too hard and I don't feel like walking down here. And I'm going to stay up there and I'll try to protect myself the best way I can inside the house. But I've been staying down here every night. This past week I stayed down here in my shed. And I have been using the bentonite clay. Now, I want to talk to y'all about the bentonite clay because that's the main thing that I found so far that has helped to clear up my burning mouth. And of course, I've been doing other things to try to protect my mouth throughout the day while I'm having to stay at my house. But the bentonite clay, and the bentonite clay I'm talking about is, I got the Aztec bentonite clay that you can get at your health food store. It's just 100% calcium bentonite clay. And what you do is you just pour some of it out in a bowl, pour some water in it, mix it up and make a clay with it. And then you put that clay in your mouth, okay? Now, a lot of people are not going to want to do this because it is messy. This clay, it turns a gray color and it is messy. And it's not, you know, most people are not going to want to fool with it, but it will heal your mouth. So the benefits way outweigh the messiness. So what I've been doing is I've been wearing the shield. I got mosquitoes biting me. I've been wearing the mouth shield over my teeth at night so they can't, you know, get to my teeth. And then that helps. The mouth shield will help protect your teeth. Okay, for anybody that might be losing their teeth. So what I do is I mix me up a whole bunch of bentonite clay, and after I get my mouth shield in, then I just start cramming that clay in my mouth. I put that clay all in my mouth. I put it above my teeth. I put it below my teeth. I put it around the corners, around the cracks of my mouth. I just pile it in my mouth and I leave it in my mouth overnight. It kind of sticks to the, you know, to the mouth guards, and I leave it in my mouth overnight. And it will heal your mouth, okay? It will heal it. Okay, now there may be something else that I don't know about that will work just as well. And if y'all find anything, let me know, because I'm always looking for remedies and solutions. But that's the only thing I've found so far that has helped to heal my mouth is the bentonite clay. Okay. Sometimes if they've hit me during the day and my mouth starts burning, I'll put some of the clay in my mouth during the day and just wear it around. You know, I don't go anywhere because it don't look real pretty. I don't go anywhere. I try to make sure I'm at home before I do it, or I'm going to be, you know, not planning to go anywhere. But this stuff will work. And you can also get the bentonite clay at Walmart, but it's a different brand. It's not the Aztec brand. There's another brand of it, but it works just as well. But you have to have a lot of it. If you're going to use the bentonite clay to heal your burning mouth, you're going to have a lot of it. And you're going to have to use it every night. Okay. And then after I put the clay in my mouth, then I try to cover my mouth with something. I'll put a cloth or something. I'll just tie a cloth around my mouth, or I might put like a piece of paper towel over my mouth and put a tie cloth around that and go to bed with it like that. Yeah, and I've just learned how to breathe through my nose. So, and by the way, breathing through your nose is another thing that, another technique that we all need to learn to do, because nose breathing helps us to, it helps our cells, it helps to bring more oxygen to the cells within our bodies, and it also helps us to awaken. The more oxygen you can get to your cells, the better, easier it'll be for you to awaken the light within you. It's all part of, the breathing's all part of, well, that's all part of meditation. And so I'm not going to try to get too deep into that right now. But that's what I've been doing. So for anybody who has the burning mouth, get the bentonite clay, mix you up a bunch of it, and just start cramming it in your mouth. I mean, it won't hurt if you swallow it, because bentonite clay is also a good internal detox. So it's not going to hurt if you swallow some of it. I don't get in the habit of just swallowing it. But, you know, because I usually hold it in my mouth all night. But if you do swallow it, it won't hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. Just want to say that much. Anyway, yeah. The Aztec bentonite clay. And then there's another brand, Egyptian. I forget what it's called. It's an Egyptian brand that you can get at Walmart. But this burning mouth, and listen, I know that if I was to start staying back up at the house, I know they would start hitting my face and my mouth again. I know that. So I'm planning on staying down here as long as I can, you know, because this is helping me being in nature, connecting with nature, connecting with animals, connecting with the birds, waking up to the birds singing, waking up to the sun, you know, looking at the sun, and being able to just walk through the woods when I wake up in the mornings. It's really, really a whole different type of energy down here. And this is the raw energy of nature, which is what we need. This is what we need, just to reconnect with our natural environment. I don't hear any birds singing right now. I wish there were some out, but I don't see any. There's a few butterflies, but I don't see any birds. Anyway, yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, was to give you guys an update about the burning mouth and tell you what to do for it. Now, you don't have to do everything exactly the way I told you. Just get you some bentonite clay and experiment it with yourself. You might find it a better way or a more convenient way to use it than I'm doing. And also, I brush my teeth with it too. Since my mouth started burning. I mean, it got so bad in the mornings. I love my coffee in the mornings, but my lips were so raw and so blistered I couldn't even drink my coffee. And so I ended up sucking it through a straw, and it got to where, you know, the only thing I could really drink was cold water, because any kind of Coke, you know, with acid would burn my mouth. And I love those Fago root beers, and I couldn't even drink those. But drinking water through a straw was the only thing I could drink, and I was skipping meals. I was really afraid to eat because of the pain that was in my mouth. And so sometimes I'd just ride down to Sonic and get a strawberry shake, and that's it. That was my meal for the day. And I've lost a few pounds because it stressed me out, and it's really, it got to me there for a while. But thank God he came through for me again and showed me what to do. And I actually had some of that. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I was going through some old boxes, and I wasn't even looking for that. I was going through some old boxes, and I ran across it, and it's like God said, there it is. That's what you need for your mouth. And so, I said, I already had it. I had it. It's been in here for years, and it was still good, Matter of fact, it didn't look like it had even been open. But the clay, so the clay will keep for a long time. Anyway, I got it out, opened it up, started mixing it up and putting it in my mouth, and sure enough, it worked. I said, thank you, God, you came through for me again. Thank you. Now, God don't always come through right away for me. It's like He wants me to experience. It's like God wants me to experience everything in its fullness. I really believe He wants me to experience His pain in its fullness, so I can appreciate it more when the healing comes. So, as painful and as agonizing as this was, it makes you grateful when you do find something to heal. When you do heal it, or it does heal, it makes you more grateful and thankful for your healing. Because, when things get really, really bad, you wonder, well, is this the end of the road for me? Is this it? Is this what's gonna take me out? And then when God comes through, then you're more thankful than you normally would be for God and for His guidance and His direction. So anyway, long story short, my mouth is better, it's healing up, and I'm planning on keeping it that way. I'm gonna do everything I can. I go back up to the house, I make sure I got something over my mouth. I got a gel wrap that I wrap around my mouth. That in itself, they can get around the gel mat, but I have to put something else, like a little ice pack or something underneath that. And that sometimes don't always keep them out, but it does help. So when I'm at my house, I'm always protecting my mouth. And even when I'm outside, because I don't have anything over it right now, but if I'm outside and I'm working in the yard, they can get in my mouth, and they can start hitting my lips and all. And when I come in, my whole face and my lips will be just burnt. So, and I'm not talking about from the sun. I'm talking about from the energy weapons that are outside too. They're outside and they're inside. So that's all I want to talk about today. Let's give y'all an update about the burning mouth, and let people know what I'm doing for it in case anybody else has this happen. You know what to do. You know what to do for the burning mouth. Don't go running off to your doctor and telling your doctor, I don't know what's going on with my mouth. No. It's not something that you're taking. It's not something that you're allergic to. It's not. It's the energy weapons, okay? It's the energy weapons. Don't let the doctors tell you that it's something else, because they know. They know. They just don't want you to know. I love you guys. That's all. Bye.